Good morning. It is another rainy morning on the homestead, but today we have a workshop to work inside, which is going to be nice. I don't know if you can see it. Not the dozer, that's not ours. But inside the workshop, my truck is parked. That's gonna be probably like one of the only times my truck's gonna be parked overnight in there. So it was good to be able to put it in there. I went and picked up some more lumber, and it was raining out last night, so when I got back, I backed it in the workshop. And then today we'll have some dry lumber to work with. I am excited for that. Come on, Azalea. Got a load of lumber, and it stayed nice and dry. Even better. I wasn't planning on picking up all the lumber last night, but I was there. They had a pile of plywood sitting out, and they said I could have it. I'm like, oh, I don't need, that's not enough. And then I went back, I counted it. Somebody had pulled out exactly many sheets as I needed. They said I could take it, and they even gave me a hand loading all of the lumber. So I came home with a full load. The only thing we're missing is 5 12-foot 2x6s. I took all of the ones they had in stock. They have to restock it, so I'll probably have to go back today and grab those, but we got quite a pile to work with. We'll be busy for a little bit. It is so nice having a dry place to work and store lumber. All right, I'm gonna get the TYM over here. I got the pallet forks on it still. We'll unload all of the plywood onto that. Then we can park the tractor with the plywood inside, keep it dry from the rain. Get all of our 2x12s cut to length. We gotta cut like 1.5 inches off of every one. Get them up, and then we can use the tractor, drive over and lift up the plywood to our height so we don't gotta hand it up. It's gonna be a huge back saver.
Not only do we have a dry place to work, place to store the lumber, but the man glitter will hopefully stay out of the harvest house because we were doing a lot of stuff in our little greenhouse area, which was great to have. I love that we added that on. We use it for so many things, but one of the things was kind of our workshop. So
yeah, you'll be able to have that room back.
Yes.
That won't be a workshop no more.
Yes, but I think he wants to steal my toolbox, but I kind of like having that, so he might have to just get a different one.
So you're saying I go get a new toolbox for my tools?
I'm saying I think I like to have that one. So
I heard you saying I need to go get a new
You might
toolbox.
have to take some of your tools out so I can fill it up with my things.
That's fine. I'll just
but
have to
I
get
like
a new
to have
toolbox.
like a screwdriver, some tape measures and stuff like that in the house. And I like to have the drawers so I can store it. And it has a nice top on it, so I can use that for my milking stuff and just to be able to do things on it. So I think I want to keep that.
All right, now we gotta figure out the easiest way to do this. It's got like a wax in it, so it goes pretty good.
Want that one.
Look at that, that worked out pretty slick. I wasn't back-breaking by no means. We need to get some stone brought in so we don't have a big lip right here like we have. So I'll have to get some stone brought in and bring it up to like 1 inch below the slab and then just taper it all out. Just want to make sure everything stays nice and dry while we can.
A little darker in here today.
I know, we need to get some wiring done and get some lights in here.
I can't believe you don't have that done yet.
I know, right? One step at a time. All right, I'm gonna cut all of our 2x6s to length, but first I wanna do is get one up, get it leveled off, figure out where we're gonna be putting our back plate, and then we can get our back plate hung. And maybe we gotta put hangers on the back plate. Maybe we'll get it figured out, mark layout on it, and just put all of the nailers on down here while it's flat like a table versus trying to hold them.
Here.
So we want the top of our plate right there. All right, so we're gonna run our first 2x6 in 4 inches, screw it here, lag it, and then our first floor joist will start on the 4-inch mark on this side. So then we can start marking our layout on that. All right, so if we come in 4 inches, I'm gonna go in 4 inches, then 1.5 inches. So this will be our first floor joist. So from center of that, we're gonna be 16 on center. So from here, we want 15.25. 31.25. All right, so we'll continue the layout onto this one. Do that. And then all right, that will be ready. We'll leave this side loose until we get the floor joist in there, and then we can get that side nailed up. But this is enough to hold everything once we have these in place. I need to go along and cut all of these to length. You gotta cut them to 140 inches. We wanna make sure that the plywood fits up there perfectly. We're gonna go with a 12-foot platform. And one of the reasons we're going with 12 foot is because that's exactly 3 widths of plywood. So I gotta cut and subtract the 1.5 inches or 3 inches for the 2x6s that are gonna border the inside and then the outside. So yeah, I'll get those all cut to length, and we shouldn't have to rip any of our plywood to width.
You don't have an automatic nail gun for this?
They do have an automatic nail gun for it, but that's all it does is joist hangers and then like hurricane brackets. And we don't do a lot of that, so I haven't bought one. You saying you want me to go get one?
No, I'll just have you do it.
It would be nice if you put joist hangers up and hurricane braces and stuff like that to have the nail gun for that, but we don't use those all that often, so that won't be a tool that we put in this tool shed. It actually works out perfect having the lumber in the bed of the truck. You can just take it, measure it, cut it right here, and then move it out. So I have to handle it a lot less times. So it's actually going a lot quicker than I thought it would. Don't worry, once you get that one finished, there's still a whole nother one to do.
I know.
All right, now I want to mark layout on our front sill plate here on this wall. That way we can just place everything down where we need it to go and start nailing. So I got our first mark at 4 inches, and then I can go 16 inches on center all the way down there. And like I said, we're gonna be short 5 2x6s 12 footers, which I knew because they were all out last night. I took their last of them. They had more, but they weren't gonna be loading them up because they were almost closing until the morning. So I knew I had to go back. But if we needed anything else, we got to go there anyways. I think we'll put that first one up in a minute. All right, let's get our first one up. Dow.
A lot of obstacles there.
There is. I need to get it up on this side. That'll do it.
That was my idea.
Oh, okay. I was like, why does that seem way off? All right, now I'll go over to the wall, put a level on it, get it leveled off. Then we can screw it, anchor it. I'll get some more anchors in here. Then we can start setting these floor joists, and then we'll continue on that way.
So this room right here is going to be for our solar batteries and inverters, and then we're going to have a floor across to have storage. This will be like a tool crib area that will also go into this other room, which we're going to have freezers and have like our root cellar kind of thing for right now. So this is going to, I think we'll keep our freezers in here anyway. This will have no heat in it, so the freezers won't have to work so hard. It'll be insulated on the outside wall, but the floor, the radiant heat will not be heating it. So it'll be better than where we have them now in our powerhouse in our house, where we can move them down here. We can have more room in there. Plus right now that floor is heated, and so it's probably not the greatest thing for those freezers to have to keep running and running when that floor in the wintertime is warm. So
perfect. Perfectly level. I like it.
it was perfectly level, just sitting on top of this stuff.
Just sitting on top of that wall.
Awesome. Yep. The rain is coming down pretty good. We're completely out of it. We are inside. It's wet out. We're not getting wet. The wood is undercover. Everything's undercover. So we are so excited to have this shop this far along. There's a roof. There's walls. Yeah.
Hold up. You're angling it. Okay, I got it. Let go. Nice. I like that.
This will be the test to see how I did in making sure these were flush on the ends, the joist hangers.
Too far away from my hometown. When my family I am bound, I stick by them till I'm in the ground.
It is raining super hard, and because the tin roof is just a tin roof with nothing, it is super loud. So we're glad we're undercover. Probably not good noise for videoing, but that's what is happening right now. It is coming down. Cats and dogs. Wow, do you wish you were out there?
I'm glad we're working in here. Yep, and I'm glad we got all of our materials undercover. It's perfect. Good rainy day project. Let's get the next long one up and leveled off, and then we can do more floor joists. All right, let's get these in this way, and then I can hopefully hammer them out. This is actually working out really slick. I'm glad we put the hangers up down below. It saves me a lot of time and frustration trying to do them in midair. All right, let's see how we did with all of our measurements. Oh, I like it. That's pretty good if I do say so myself. So my thinking with this 2-ish 30-inch overhang coming up past the wall is twofold. One is it would be 10 feet up there, or just shy of 10 feet, so I'd have to rip a bunch of plywood, and you'd have, just be a pain, and you're gonna be kind of spending almost the same money to go 10 feet as you are 12. Not quite, but close. And then if we go 12 feet, we have more storage area, and also with this overextending like this, I can put lights up there, and if I have workbenches down here, I'll have direct light on, right on to the workbenches. Where over here, when I do lights, they're gonna be higher up, so it might not be as concentrated. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it'll make sense or not when we're done, but I think It will, and we're gonna gain floor space up above for storage, so that's gonna be a good thing. That is looking good. There's a couple of them that need to get untwisted, but when we put the plywood on, we'll be able to fix that. I am short 5, which ain't that big of a deal. I knew that, so we gotta run out and get that. And we also gotta run out and go pick up some hay. Azalea wants some more hay, so we gotta go take a ride. We're going to a new farm. We're gonna try out their hay this time, see if she likes it, and if she does, we'll get more in the future. Today, we're just gonna go take a trip. Make sure it's good hay. I shouldn't say it's not that it's good hay. Make sure Azalea likes the hay before we buy too much. So we went for a nice little ride to that farm. They grow sunflower seeds. They grow beans for human consumption. They grow wheat to grind into flour. Hay, they make silage hay, and that's what we're looking at. I want to try some silage hay this winter. I figured while I was up there, I'd try some of their hay. They're an organic farm, so this is all no spray hay, which is awesome. So I'm gonna put some out for Azalea so she can have it tonight. Hopefully she enjoys it. Good morning, piggies. The pigs are loving their forested area. I'm not sure how well they're gonna clear it before it's time for them to go you know where. But I still got another 2 months probably. So we'll see. They're loving it in there, so it'll be interesting to see if their meat is any different living in the forest like that this year. That sun is coming out nicely this morning. I picked up the pieces of lumber we're gonna need. We have wow, I can't talk. I guess I didn't have enough coffee yet. We have 5 more floor joists, and then I got some 2x6s to go in the back so we can stiffen up where the I-joists are connected to. Yeah, it is looking good in here. So let's get those last 5 cut to length. I gotta remember what measurement was. We'll get those 5 cut, put them in, and then I can put the trim piece on. And I think I'll do, yeah, we'll see what's next, see how I feel. We also got all the plywood. I'll have to come over in the other door with the tractor and lift it up. It's gonna be so nice being able to use the TYM with the forks to lift stuff up and go in. That's another reason why I wanted to do the higher ceiling, is so we can have an area like this to store stuff like our chicken plucker, our scalder, just all different stuff that's only seasonally used. I can put it here and store it, and the nice part is having the tractor with forks. We can pick it up if it's heavy, put it up there, and then move it around if I have to. I can get like a pallet jack, use the pallet jack up there, whatever. It'll be good. It'll be nice to have storage up above and to keep stuff off of the floor. And there is a lot of it. So 12 feet by, say, 39 feet, because we lose a foot on the inside. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. I think that means we're ready for plywood now. I can put the end piece on, but I'm gonna wait to do that to the end. This way, if I need to tweak any of the floor joists, this way it'll be easier to do that because the ends of them won't be tied down. So that's what we're gonna do. Nice. All right, we got pretty close, not too bad. We didn't hit anything, which is even better. I was hoping to have these totes moved. I had planned on getting a pallet jack, but nobody has one in stock, but I got one on order. It's just not here. It would have been nice if I could move these totes a lot easier, just to go up and back here with the tractor. But if I want to move those totes, I got to take all the plywood off first, and it's not worth it. So we're just going to put it up there. Once we get the first few sheets done, it won't be bad. It's just going to be the first, say, 6 will be a doozy. All right, I got the first sheet down. We're screwing it down, not nailing it, and I am not using any liquid nails or anything to glue it down. I figure screws are gonna be perfect. I'm not worried about it squeaking because we're not gonna be up here walking around a lot. The screws will help with that part. So we got quite a few more sheets to do. I think once I get the first row up against the wall done and then start, we'll get going pretty good. Took a little while to get this first one done. I wanted to make sure everything was straight and everything was square and it's where I wanted it to be. So I had to double check a couple of times, but we should be good. Heads. My brother and his 2 sons are up, and they were the ones that giving me a hand putting the plywood up. They're up here right now, but they're not here right now because they're still sleeping. We need some work to get done while they're here. Not a lot, but I want to get that upper 2x8 right on the edge done. And since they're still sleeping, I am going to get the board prepped and ready so when they do show up, we can get that installed. We've been having fun. We've been doing a lot of fishing. We've been eating really good. Been doing a lot of adventuring out in the woods, and we're going to be doing more of that today, but I want to get that 2x8 done before they take off and I don't have their hand to get that up. So let's get that prepped, and then hopefully they'll be waking up and getting here soon. We can get that done. And then we can go fishing again. The boys are having fun. They're catching lots of trout, and it's fun watching them. I like seeing people get excited about fishing in the outdoors. Perfect. That's gonna go like that. All right, I want 3/4 of an inch of a reveal on the bottom. All right, that feels good to have that platform all done. That's gonna be a lot of storage. So it's 12 feet by 40 feet. So what would that be for square footage? Let's see. I'm not about to try to do math in my head on camera. That's what they make calculators for. 12 times 40 equals 480 square feet of storage. So that will be storage for things that we don't use very much, like seasonal stuff, camping stuff, harvesting stuff, all of that sort of stuff will go up there. The stuff for raising the meat birds and starting them. So we have a good amount of storage, which I am looking forward to having that. We'll be able to get up there with the forks of the TYM tractor if we need to lift anything up there that's kind of cumbersome. We're not going to put any stairways in because we don't want to take up the space. We'll use a ladder, or maybe we'll cut some kind of hole with some funky little stairway in here, but we're not going to do like a main big stairway because we ain't going to be using that balcony area every day.